Hello, wealthy people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joanne. This is my channel, Joanne Wealth, and this is your place to come, your safe space to come to feel rich, to feel that state of abundance in your mind, body, and your soul. And I come to you today from my new sofa. So yeah, I thought, you know what, let's record from the living room today. And I also have my little sidekicks with me. Let me show you. Jodie and Teddy. I thought they could join me today. They're normally in the background and I'm normally just waiting for them to make some kind of noise, but they can stay today. They can join me. Teddy's snuggling in. And talking about snuggling in, it's the full moon on Saturday. So we're getting ready for, you might already feel it. Sometimes the full moon can make us feel tired. Sometimes the full moon, because it wants us to turn inwards, it wants us to reflect, it wants us to have a look at what's going on, reflect and release. So we get that feeling of inwardness. Is that a word? Yes, it is. And of course, we can use our essential oils to help us during the full moon. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the full moon that's coming on Saturday, and it's actually a snow moon. And what I really love about this moon is just the idea behind, the idea behind the name, I guess. And yeah, the snow moon is exactly how it sounds. So think of how you feel when it is snowy. We're calm, we're still, we look out of the window, everything is calm and still. It's like it's the heart of the winter, isn't it? It's the bright light within the darkness. When it's snowy, no matter how dark it is, there is light. We have that glittering, glistening off of the snow. It's beautiful. So this moon is asking us to reflect, to come into some kind of retrospection. And what the snow moon also represents is change, because we know that under that snow, lots of things are going on. The ground, the plants, the seedlings, we have the animals. Nature is getting ready for spring. It's getting ready to come out. Think of a butterfly. It's a metamorphosis from the winter months, from the cold, from the dark, to spring, where everything starts to bloom and everything starts to grow again. This is what the snow moon is, and I really feel like just explaining it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So just got a few notes here, and then I'm going to go on to share how we can use natural oils during any full moon. So particularly the snow full moon, because that's what it is this weekend. Now, what this moon is asking us to do, similar to the life, similar to what is brewing, what is growing, what is changing under the snow, this moon is asking us to shine a light on our own changes, but without a rush. It's asking us to look within. It's asking us to feel. It's asking us to examine what is going on, what we need, what we desire, from a place of, from a sensory point of view. So on this full moon, I invite you to use your senses. Now, of course, we're doing that all of the time, but mindfully. So taking a moment, sitting down, what can you hear, what can you see, what can you smell? And then turning inwards, how do you feel at this moment? And the gift of the snow moon is stillness and introspection. It wants us to sit still. It wants us to look inwards. And I know that I keep closing down my eyes, but that when I talk about turning inwards, I have to. So just by sitting and closing down your eyes, it's really allowing you to reflect. It's also asking us to be calm. So rather than being forceful and trying to push through creation, and trying to move and trying to create, it's asking you to go at more of a divine pace, allowing you to understand that these changes can happen, but there's more there's more to it than just pushing and forcing and trying to control. It's asking us to give up trying to run the show and give up control and let the outcome, it's not within our control. We know that. So any outcome, especially when it's in regards to manifestation, and you know, if we're trying to call something in or trying to make something happen, the outcome is not up to us. And sometimes the manifestation, the universe, God, goddess, whoever it is that who you talk to, they don't always give us what we desire, because what we desire might not actually be what we need. It gives us what we need, and it gives us what we need at this time. This is the divine timing. It doesn't give it to us too soon, and it doesn't give it to us too late. So sometimes we have to take a moment and reflect on whether or not, if we're like, oh, why is it not happening yet? Why is this not happening? You know, bringing this metaphor of the snow, that it takes time to melt. We need to let the snow melt away so that we can bloom. And this is that time during the snow moon. If you have any questions about anything I've just said, let me know. I'm not an astrologist by all means. I do my own research and I just pick out what resonates with me to share with you guys. What I do know though is about essential oils. And I'm going to share with you how we can help ourselves during any full moon to release. Now, the full moon is a time to release. It's a time to reflect. Now, if you're manifesting and you have your desires list from the new moon, this is the time to get it out and have a look what's going on. What's working, what's not working, where are you stuck, what is blocking you, if anything is blocking you. And the full moon is the time to let go of those blocks. And using essential oils can really be beneficial because it's going to allow us to, first of all, find emotional balance. Without emotional balance, we cannot let go. So I'll be using lavender over the next few days, and with the intention, I use lavender anyway. So the difference being, I'll put the intention behind the use of the lavender to release emotion, to help me to find emotional balance. So rather than just putting it on and, you know, allowing it to calm me, I'll be asking it to release tension. Please help me to release tension. Please guide me and allow me to release anything that no longer serves me. So the intention behind the use there. And of course, that is going to inadvertently help me to calm. So spiritually, I'm asking for release. I'm asking the oil to help me. I'm putting the intention behind it. But physically and emotionally, it's going to be allowing me to release anyway. So we have the double-edged sword there. And bringing frankincense into my meditation. And again, frankincense is really good to use if we're trying to turn inwards, if we're looking for that introspection. It's going to help us to release negative emotions and connect with higher energies, which is what we want to do. So during the full moon, it's not the best time to manifest. It's not the best time to send out your intentions. Of course you can, and we can do this as an ongoing process. But if you're lunar living, if you're living by the moon, if you're tuning into the energy of the moon, the full moon, what we want to do is to turn inwards. Okay, where am I at? What do I need to look at? What do I need to release? On my desires list for the past 2 new moons, I've had X, Y, and Z. That's still not here yet. What is blocking me? What do I need to let go of? And this could be people, places, things, thoughts. For me, I know that sometimes I block my own opportunities because of my subconscious beliefs of not being worthy. And this is something that I work on every moon. And I know it's a process, so I don't beat myself up over it. And every single moon, every single new moon, I'll put in my desires, and one of my desires is to have a calm nervous system surrounding, and I'll put the things that I sometimes don't have a calm nervous system. And then when it comes to the full moon, I have a look and think, right, okay, how am I helping myself to achieve this? Am I allowing myself to get stressed out? Am I sitting back and thinking, oh my God, things aren't working out for me, woe is me? Or am I putting things into place to, okay, next step, next step, next step? So that is what we want to do in our meditation. I actually apply my frankincense to my third eye. And when I'm reflecting, when I'm having a look at my blocks and having a look at what I need to release, eyes obviously closed, and just the smell, I can just smell frankincense just in the moment, because it really, really helps me to connect to that divine energy. We then, on the opposite hand, have peppermint. So peppermint is very invigorating, and I put peppermint into my shampoo. And again, with the intention during the full moon, so when I'm washing my hair, I have the intention of the peppermint clearing away any mental clutter. And I just say it as I'm washing my hair. I call upon this shampoo, thank you for this shampoo, always grateful for everything that I have, to, as I'm washing, allow the peppermint to invigorate and clear away any clutter, clear away anything that's blocking my mind. And for a good 30 minutes after I've washed my head is still tingling. I can just still feel it now. It's been an hour or so. I've also been outside. But just feeling that mental, that emotional space that energetically the peppermint brings. So again, when it's coming to the full moon and I'm reflecting and releasing, I have that mental clarity from the invigoration of the peppermint. Invigoration? Which takes me then on to lemon. Lemon is refreshing. Even when you just talk about lemon juice, it makes your mouth water. So what the lemon oil actually does in the full moon, so I put it into my water, it uplifts the mood. Once your mood is uplifted, it's promoting a positive mindset, and it's releasing that stagnant energy. So I woke up this morning and I went to the gym, I taught a yoga class, I had the lemon in my water so that it was constantly there, refreshing and also detoxifying. And again, the intention behind it. So the difference in me putting this into my water every morning, but 36 hours before the full moon, which today is the intention. So now I'm asking for the energy of this. Allow this lemon oil to detoxify, to refresh, to give me the energy that I need to release. Tea tree oil in itself is cleansing, it's purifying, and again, promoting a fresh start. So for my tea tree, I just pop a little bit along my cheekbones, and it's cleansing, anything that I need to release from my skin. So the skin is an organ, and we can hold on to energy, emotions within our organs. So you will know that, when we talk about heartache, and if we're sad, if we're grieving, it can actually physically manifest within the heart, so heart pains, etc. So it's not just, a saying, his heart is broken. It can actually manifest there. Fear manifests in the kidneys. So if we're having pain, we're thinking about, right, where can I release pain? Release fear. If you have regular UTIs, it could be stored fear. So tea tree allowing us to cleanse and release. My favorite, I have a love-hate relationship with oregano, just because it's so powerful and it literally blows off my head. So I take a drop of oregano under the tongue, and yes, I'm not very good with spicy, and I'm not going to say it's spicy, but it's just potent. So it creates resilience. It helps you to create resilience. It supports the release of old patterns and beliefs. And that is the main theme for the full moon, releasing old patterns and beliefs. What do we need to let go of? For me, it's that I am not worthy, I am not good enough, I can't do what she's doing. Those things don't happen to me. And some of you might be watching this and thinking, God, I look at you and think those things wouldn't happen to me. And everyone has that. And it's understanding as well that we do all have that. We all have that in common. We're all one. but we never look at anyone else and think, I wonder if she's worried about this. We look at them and think, gosh, look, you know, we compare, we have that judgment. So oregano really allowing me to release that. And it is something that I'm working on. I know I talk about this a lot, and you can listen to my podcast. Link will be in the comments. And I'm always open and honest, because I listen to a lot of podcasts, or I see a lot of posts, and some people look like they have this amazing squeaky clean life, but they don't. What I want to see is, how have you done that? Where have you come from? And how can I turn this into my favor? So I don't ever want to copy, but I want to hear how people feel, because we're a sisterhood. So women watching this, we can work together. You know, we can share our own thoughts and feelings, because that's what helps us to overcome. So when we do see people not really speaking their truth, and it's hard living in a society where social media is so prevalent, because we only see the best of people's lives. No one ever posts the worst. Not many people want us to know that, you know what, I'm really struggling. But that is my mission with this channel, to be open, to be honest, to not have it perfect, which is why I don't do a lot of editing, because I want people to see the rough edges, to see that anyone can live their dream. One of my dreams is to make YouTube videos. I'm doing it in my way. And I want people to see the rough side of my crystal. Moving on. So I'm just going to talk about grapefruit. Links in very nicely with lemon, because I also put this in with my water. Similar, but it also adds to optimism. Grapefruit helps us to remain optimistic. And again, we need that. Sometimes when we feel like things are not going right, it can really pull us down, and our optimism can fail. Because we think, oh, that's just happened, now this has come along. And you know, think to times when you're trying to save money. In a very, you know, a lot of people like, just as you're trying to save money, something comes along. And it generally does. I don't know why the universe does that. Maybe it's just there to test us. But, you know, you save a bit of money and your car breaks. And I've just actually gone through a bit of car drama. I have a hire car at the moment. And of course, part of me is like, oh, I'm just waiting for my new car to come along. How can I even complain that I have a new car coming and I'm able to pay for a hire car, I'm able to get around? Some people don't have that luxury. So I have to remind myself, I have to remain optimistic. I have to tell myself, okay, yes, you've had to pay out for the car. Amazing that you can pay for a car. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you that I have a new car on the way. And I know that in 2 weeks' time, I'll be looking back thinking, gosh, I didn't have a car a couple of weeks ago. But remaining optimistic that it's all going to come through. And I know this sounds really trivial. There's lots of things going on in the world that are way more important than my car. But we also do push aside things that can worry us. So, you know, I'm optimistic that it's all going to get sorted out this weekend, and I'm not going to worry about it. The next, which isn't within the doTERRA top 10, the family pack, but I just want to talk about because I love it, is rosemary. And I know I did a video a few weeks ago. Maybe we can do a little hair check now. So we'll go back a few videos. So I've been using rosemary on my hair. I've actually just put it in my hair. I put it on when it's wet. I put it into my conditioner. I put it on when it's wet. I spray it at the roots with my peppermint, and then the rosemary I just put into my hair so I can smell it. Rosemary helps to support the release of limiting beliefs, and it promotes inner wisdom. And for me, one of my limiting beliefs is my inner wisdom, that sometimes I don't trust my inner wisdom or my intuition, because I have that limiting belief of, oh, am I wrong? Or, you know, this isn't going to work, or I don't know. And I second guess myself. So through the use of rosemary, not only is it helping the quality of my hair and my hair growth, but it's also helping me to release my limiting beliefs. My limiting belief says, I don't know, I'm not good enough, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. And they are the main things that I'm working on, and they were what I wrote about in my full moon, to release these limiting beliefs, to calm my nervous system when it comes to this, to believe in other people wanting to hear what I have to say. If one person watches my video and thinks, oh my God, I needed to hear that, and thank you, Joanne, for sharing because it helped me, then my job is done. I don't need millions and millions of subscribers, although that would be nice. If you would like to subscribe, please do so, but it's the one person that I can make a difference with that is really going to mean that I've fulfilled my role here. And I'm digressing, I always do this, and you'll find out if you keep watching my videos. So they are the oils that we can use to help us in the full moon. Of course, we have all of the other benefits with those oils. Grapefruit and lemon, amazing for metabolism. Tea tree, cleansing, purifying, you know, helping. I'm actually having a break off my manicures and pedicures at the moment, and I'm putting tea tree onto my toenails. And being a yoga teacher, I feel like my feet get battered, you know, so I'm trying to just look after them without adding any nail varnish or gel or anything at the moment, trying to keep them just, you know, natural, building up their strength as someone that generally always has them painted. So tea tree is really helping out with that. When we're taking our oregano, of course, we have our immune system support as well. So, wealthy people, I wish you well for this full moon, and really get yourself out there if you can over the weekend to get into the energy of the full moon. Get your crystals out there, have a sit down, reflect, ask yourself, what do I need? What do I desire? I don't like the word need because it signifies lack. So what do we desire? What does our body desire? What do our emotions desire? And reflecting on your new moon desires as well. What is blocking you and how can you release? And that is it for today's Wealthy Wednesday. I shall be back next Wednesday with a new topic, undecided yet, but I will be sharing. So thank you for tuning in, and remember to like and subscribe is what I was trying to say. And yes, I will see you next week.